This is the most ambitious thing I've done on YouTube so far.
And I'm gonna be honest, I'm really feeling it. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to finish it. I really want to try. I can definitely tell my body's being pushed to its limits.
I need an idea for my new video, but I don't know what to do. I've done some exercise videos in Japan, but I don't know. I'll just go on YouTube. What's this? Wait. Abroad in Japan, 25 kilometers, walking. I could do better than that.
We're about to find out.
I've got an idea. In this video, I will be running over 40 kilometers around Tokyo, following the beating heart of the city, the Yamanote line. With 30 stops, it visits many of Tokyo's most famous tourist spots, including Tokyo Station, Ikebukuro, Akihabara, and many more.
And my starting place is in Shinjuku. Shinjuku is a very familiar place to me. It's kind of where my Japan journey started, so I figured I could literally come full circle, coming to Shinjuku, start here, run the whole Yamanote line.
My journey will be separated into 4 splits. I will be taking breaks for a little rest and recharge at Shinagawa, Tokyo, and Nippori stations respectively. 12, 7.6, 6.6, and 14 kilometer splits.
Right now it's about 91 degrees Fahrenheit, which is 32, 33 degrees Celsius, and it feels warmer than that. I think I could finish it, but it's gonna get harder and harder, and I might get a really bad farmer's tan, but let's go.
And with that, my journey began. Leaving Shinjuku took some time because of the traffic lights and crowds of people, which of course, it's no surprise. It's the busiest station in the world, after all. It didn't take long before I ran by my first station, Yoyogi. It's a very small station, which is kind of funny when comparing it to its neighbor, Shinjuku. It's definitely easily overlooked in the face of more popular stations. Up next is Harajuku. It's a bit more lively than Yoyogi, and is known as a popular place for younger people to shop. And I could definitely get that feeling as I passed by. Something I realized very quickly into this experience is an even greater understanding of the scale of Tokyo. A good example of that is just how beautiful and grand the space between Harajuku and Shibuya feels. I mean, just look at it. Speaking of Shibuya,
So I've officially made it to Shibuya Scramble. That's about almost 3 miles from Shinjuku. Just taking a quick moment, and I gotta reset Google Maps. It feels weird that I'm like already here. It feels like it should take longer, but it doesn't actually. It's like way closer than the train would make you think it is, I guess.
from here, I have 4 more stations to pass until I get to my first pit stop at Shinagawa Station. Also, I will be starting an energy jelly counter because it's in Shibuya that I opened up my first one, the first of many more. The path from Shibuya to Shinagawa was no doubt the sunniest part of the whole run, with the waning afternoon sun glaring right onto me across the tracks. I was surprisingly not too fazed by it. Through this part of the journey, I really began to notice just how much green there is across the city. Tokyo is the largest city in the world, so it's no wonder that plants and greenery help give the city an even greater sense of life. After I reached Ebisu, I was quickly on my way to Meguro Station. I then found this building with a massive red ball inside of it. It's actually a driving school called Hinomaru Driving School, literally translating to Sun Circle Driving School. Honestly, it felt like I was discovering a part of the map in GTA. Also, to keep hydrated, I continued to drink my jellies, finishing off the remainder I had before reaching Gotanda and Osagi stations. From here, it was my final stretch to Shinagawa, and I came across my greatest threat so far.
Hills. Why'd it have to be hills? Must be. The hill almost fucking killed me. Oh my god. Holy shit.
Luckily, my last stretch to Shinagawa was downhill from there, even passing the aqua park, Shinagawa. I was relieved to finally reach the station, completing my first split.
Okay, so this is officially break time for Zach. Could have probably take like 10 minutes. I already paused my Fitbit. Shinagawa stop, got 3 jellies. And I'm gonna drink the mineral one now. gonna store these for the next third of the run. These lemon ones taste so good, so it's gonna be real tempting to whip them out earlier than I'm supposed to. Here goes nothing. Oh my god, holy shit. It tastes good. Anything like sugary or like salty tastes so good when you're running. I don't know what it is. There's probably some physiological explanation. Andrew Huberman could tell you what, but
It's your body saying, I need it.
I think this is the third or fourth time I've been here to Shinagawa.
Also, our second day.
Our second day to Shinagawa. And Jade had to work overtime, so she was late. So I walked in and wandered on the other side of the station. But that side of the station is the boring side of the station. The other side is the more fun one. And I was like,
Oh, really?
wait, I'm an idiot. All right, that's good. Time to start again.
And thus began my second split, Shinagawa to Tokyo Station. The next station is not too far from Shinagawa, and it also happens to be the newest station added to the Yamanote line in 2020, Takanawa Gateway Station. On this side of the city, there was a lot of new construction. But it's here where an accidental detour to get to Tamachi gave me an even grander look at Tokyo once again. Between Tamachi and Hamamutsucho, I made a quick pit stop at the Conbini. It was during this part of the run that I truly started to feel my fatigue. At Shinbashi, I had to grab another drink at a vending machine. I got a good sense of the character of Shinbashi Station, something that every station on the Yamanote line has in droves. Well, maybe not everyone. Not far from the station is the beginning of the Gadoshita, a nearly 1 kilometer stretch of businesses located underneath the tracks of the Yamanote line. It's quite remarkable, with a large variety of different restaurants and shops. However, it's around this point that my legs started to experience pain. Before I know it, I'm in front of Yurakucho Station, stretching for my life.
Okay, so I'm at Yurakucho Station, and I'm gonna be honest, I'm really feeling it. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to finish it. I really want to try really hard to, but my legs, I can feel like seizing up, like trying to cramp up when I'm just running. I can definitely tell my body's being pushed to its limits. I think maybe I need to drink a little bit more water. I think I've had enough of the jellies. That's kind of where I'm at right now. I'm really feeling it. Wow.
After stretching a bit more, I finally got going again and finished the last 800 or so meters to Tokyo Station, where my girlfriend was waiting to help me refuel.
Oh my goodness. You okay?
Alright, so we've regrouped here. We didn't take too much footage because I was dying. We've decided after a little bit of deliberation that I'm gonna keep trying to go. I was really feeling bad for a bit, but I think I'm just gonna do a lot of stretches for a little bit. My legs have just been like cramping up really bad, or at least like around my knees. And so I'm just gonna try to stretch those really well. I'm feeling better since I got a little bit of sustenance in my body. Also, the sun is going down, which will make my endurance go up a little bit, but it's going up at the same rate that it's going down, so it'll just kind of be the same, I think, for the rest of the run. Yeah, the only times I've ever felt my legs like cramp up like that was like if I did like a really hard leg day at the gym where like I maxed out and my body was not ready for it, or I didn't drink enough water. So it was kind of weird to be just running normally and then just suddenly feel like I feel like I have energy, but my legs just suddenly cramping up. So I was like, oh She's feeling really tired too because she's carrying this big ass bag around.
So I probably just look at it really sleepy.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
not my normal face.
When are we going home?
What if I just pass out?
Please don't. If you pass out before me, we have a problem.
We have accident.
We have a problem. I'm gonna run through Akihabara. I'm gonna run through like Kanda, a couple other places, Ikebukuro. By the time I get to Shinjuku, it'll be red light time. It'll be time to go to the strip clubs. I'll go to a maid cafe and I'll just be like, please treat me amazing. I just ran the whole Yamanote line. That means I'm a celebrity, right? They'll be like, you're insane. Please leave. All right. Well, I better do some stretches and get back on it. So. I'll see you guys.
With a quick goodbye and another supply of jellies, I was off again. I will say that the night footage isn't as good as the day footage because the shutter speed apparently didn't adjust well enough. But hey, sometimes it looks kinda cool. It wasn't too long until I made it to Kanda Station. It's around this time that Tokyo nightlife really starts to come alive, which is especially evident in the next station. Akihabara. Akihabara is known for its extensive technology, gaming, and entertainment media shops. In other words, it's a nerd's paradise. Someday, I shall return for the the game stores. My next stop was Okachimachi Station, where I had another vending machine pit stop. Okachimachi Station is home to the famous Amayoko shopping street. There's tons of really cute shops everywhere. Unfortunately, the shrine was closed by the time I arrived, so I couldn't throw some money in to give my run and my legs an extra blessing. Moving from Amayoko Market to Ueno Station was a really strange transition. Ueno Station is where many tourists and Shinkansen bullet trains enter Tokyo, so it feels like Ueno's design has the job of introducing everyone to a pretty face for Tokyo. However, past this point, Tokyo starts to feel really dark, and the footage honestly reflects my mind state of this part of the run. Blurry, fuzzy, and everything in between. This is a much quieter side of Tokyo, with many residential districts, parks, and cemeteries waiting for me if I don't make it. Also, throughout this entire time, I've been taking constant stops to stretch my legs to prevent them from fully cramping up. This is where the true struggle of this journey begins. It's in this part of Tokyo, though, that I really felt that I was in a place not many people can say they've actually seen, like a back alley district that almost feels like Wall Market from Final Fantasy VII. Even though I was in a lot of pain, I was, and still am, amazed at all of the nooks and crannies of Tokyo. After some time, I finally made it to Nippori Station for my final stop before my last 14 kilometers.
So this is the new shot. We are currently at Nippori Eki. Nippori Eki. The stamp. This is my last stop before I think Shinjuku. I'm gonna try to finish the rest of the run. I'm not sure how many kilometers it is. I'll have to double check. My watch will die before the end of the run, but I will not. I will succeed. I'm gonna put really dramatic, like inspirational music over this shot, even though it looks fucking ridiculous. I love you.
I love you too.
I was talking to them, but I love you more.
Watching some of this footage back, I realized at this point in the run, I was beginning to slowly lose my mind, especially when trying to pronounce one of the upcoming station's names.
So it's about 11 kilometers to Takadonolaba, and then it's 2 stations to Okay.
Oh, I hear just the baba baba.
See you at Shinjuku, unless emergency.
I was 100% healthy and prepared to tackle the last leg of the run, but my actual legs were not. Not long after I left Nippori Station, I had to stop several times just to prevent my legs from becoming as solid as a weeping angel. The next station wasn't too far because it's the little brother of Nippori Station, Nishi Nippori, which literally means West Nippori. It was here that I would encounter another hill, which naturally my legs didn't like. Once I finally got moving again, my watch died shortly before the next station, Tabata, which marks the end of my Fitbit map of the run, and a large hole in my Tokyo-sized heart. After leaving Tabata station, I made my way towards Komagome station.
On the left side, my left leg, I've kind of got a limp. Something's getting tight, probably a tendon, kind of like hobbling a little bit. I'm almost to the next station. My watch has died. The map will be fucked up. I kind of expected that. Even the pain is only temporary. And the glory is, the content glory is forever, right? Right? I guess history will be the judge, or how good I edit. There she is, right there. Yamanote line. I guess I'll join her.
Not too long after, I arrived at Komagome, so I cracked open another jelly and was on my way to Sugamo station. I'm gonna be honest, guys, my intrusive thoughts won over with this one.
Sugamo balls. Fuck, don't let them get cramped. Don't let them cramp, Zach. Just keep stretching.
The way to Otsuka led me through some interesting side streets, and since this station is closer to Ikebukuro, I also saw some people. I never knew Tokyo could be so quiet at night until I ran through these neighborhoods. Add another jelly to the list.
Hey. You want some jellies?
Otsuka station was actually pretty cool, with a bunch of lantern lights hung outside the station. Unfortunately for me, this was also the last station that Google Maps would be able to guide me. Not long after leaving Otsuka for Ikebukuro, my phone died.
So my phone just bricked. No music, alone. Do I regret doing this? Not really, because I'll be able to say that I did something that I don't think many foreigners in Japan can say that they've done, if any. So I'm pleased with my decision here. I'm almost to Ikebukuro. I kind of have to go off instinct now. I've been there before. Maybe it won't be too bad. Music is like a cheat code. It's almost fitting that at the hardest part of the run, the part where I could be most likely to give up, the music cuts out.
It wasn't long before I actually began to recognize where I was. From my only trip to Ikebukuro almost 1 year ago.
Yeah, I've been here before. I know where I am. Yeah, there's like a family mart on like a weird intersection over there. The light takes forever.
And sure enough, I found myself in Ikebukuro. After waiting for the crosswalk, I made my way to the station. It was honestly a really surreal experience to find myself here. Not only because my journey was almost over, but it was also strange to see everyone around me going about their lives, enjoying their Saturday night. And for the first time ever in Japan, I felt truly isolated. I was alone, with no phone, in the middle of the biggest city of the world. You could say I was up shit creek without a paddle, attempting to accomplish this insane physical challenge. Not one person around me had any clue or a care in the world as to what I was doing. It was, and still is, an incredible realization that I had. Everyone is in their own little worlds, with their own happiness and hardships, and me and mine. Alright, let's finish this. Only issue is, I don't exactly know the way to the next station, so I decided to enlist the help of an officer I was passing by. She seemed very surprised when I told her what I was doing and why I needed directions. I suppose when you look at how dead I was, I felt the need to explain why I was drenched in sweat and had no access to a smartphone for directions.
途中で聞いた方がいいですね。
はい、サインもありますね。サイン、道しるべ、道しるべ、単語多分違いますね。
はいはい、そうそう、あるある、
はい
標識。
はい。
あるある。
ありがとうございます。あ、はい。
わかる、大丈夫。
大丈夫です。
大丈夫。
はい。
無理しないで、暑いから。疲れたら聞く。
はいはいはい。はい、ありがとうございます。手伝ってくれてありがとうございました。
At this point in the run, my Japanese skills were severely nerfed, so I definitely didn't catch everything she was saying, but I think I got the general gist of it. After running a few more kilometers, I followed the signs towards Meguro Station. I happened to see a security guard outside of some place, so I confirmed with him where I was.
すみません。
And like a scene out of a movie, he eerily pointed me in the right direction.
はい、ありがとうございます。メジロ、ほとんど終わります。ほとんど。Okay, I found it. I think that means I have 3 or 4 kilometers left. I'm almost there.
Surprisingly, my estimate was pretty accurate. I had just under 4 kilometers left in the run, so now it was time to get moving. But first, one last stop at a Conbini for some water, and to ask for directions.
こんばんは。頑張ってください。一番近く駅はたはい、一番早い、はい。ありがとうございます。Oh my god.
It wasn't too long before I was in Takaranobaba. Honestly, the area around the station seemed pretty lively. If I had to describe it, I would say my impression was, and still is, something approximating poor man's Shinjuku. But I mean that in the best way possible, I swear. I didn't have much time to waste. I was ready to be done with this psychotic journey that I had set myself on. Luckily, the next station, Shin-Okubo, was on my path to Shinjuku. So the last leg of my journey was pretty much a clear shot. Feel my body gaining strength for the last push before the end of my over 40-kilometer journey around the heart of Tokyo. At this point, normally I would have been crying a lot, but I think my body didn't have enough water or energy to do anything. And I had one last journey to make.
I'm just wondering.
The journey home.
Oh, yes.
So I have a little victory dinner here. My lovely girlfriend, Star Wars The Clone Wars. It's weird to think like 24 hours ago, I was just leaving Shinjuku. I literally was like 5 or 10 minutes into the run. And now I'm just kind of like, my legs feel dead. But they're not as dead as I thought they would be. Like, I expected them to be like half seizing up. I think that means we did a good job keeping me vitamin. The gummy, or what's it called, the jelly. It's definitely gonna take at least 3 or 4 more days before I feel like completely normal again.
I saw more of Tokyo in one day than most people could in maybe their entire lives. I started my journey at 2:10 p.m. and I finished 8 hours later, a little after 10. I'll never know the exact time because my Pixel Watch died and I didn't know it could still tell you the time when it was dead, so that, well, that's on me. This is the most ambitious thing I've done on YouTube so far. By far. Not only did I pretty much run a marathon, but the process of editing this video together was basically a marathon in and of its own. For reference, I did this run on August 12th, and today it's October 9th, so it's taken me a little while. I really wanted to make this video something really special and to show people a side of Tokyo that they might not ever see. With that being said, here's my big pitch to all of you. I want this channel someday to become my full-time endeavor. I really enjoy making these kinds of videos, and I really want to make much more in the future. So if you're interested in supporting me towards that goal, please consider becoming a member. I wanted to keep memberships as easily accessible as I possibly could, so it's only $3. Because I'm juggling a full-time job right now, this is the best that I can manage to offer as an extra part of my YouTube channel. Some of the perks of membership include members-only posts with updates as to the status of new videos, as well as some really cool emotes, including this one. So if you catch me streaming on YouTube, which I'm gonna start doing soon, you can have some of these really cool emotes. I'm really proud of this one. I made this one a while back. Let's fucking go! So if you love content like this and you want to see more in the future, then please hit that like button, subscribe, and consider becoming a member today. As for me, I'm gonna continue working to create new, interesting content for you guys to enjoy. Thanks so much for coming on this journey with me. It was a really big one, so if you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much. Stay tuned for future projects. I'll see you guys later.
I did it. Yatta.